whatever solution you have now or you make now, it must be available to you and it must be valid for many years to come. It doesn't matter which country.
General Qureshi, let it be like the Indus Water Treaty. Let it be a signed, ratified treaty with international validity. Why doesn't Pakistan agree to that if it is serious?
Rahul, I'm not very current with what the situation and what level of interaction we've had with the Indian government in the between the two governments, and I don't know what is the sticking point, frankly. If you ask me today,
I'm telling you what the sticking points are. The army chief, sir, has told his government that let the Pakistanis agree to the current ground positions along the AGPL and let that be signed, and let the Pakistani army sign on that. We'll withdraw. Pakistan is not agreeing to that. They're saying that you came into Siachen, it wasn't known earlier. That is, in a sense, a de facto acceptance of the fact that this is the ultimate position, which is something that Pakistan is not prepared to accept. They want the pre-1984 position, which the Indian army says, leaves us nowhere. So let Pakistan sign these maps. General Malik says the Indian army would be happy to come down.
I don't really know. No, so this negotiation can take place between the two sides, between the two experts or groups of experts. But frankly, I think the critical question that you are asking is whether this is the right time or not. And I don't think India can get a better time than this.
Okay, Mr. Praful Bidwai, the Pakistani army is saying, yes, let's withdraw. They're insisting that the army withdraw, but they're not prepared to sign on the dotted line. They're not prepared to sign on the maps explaining where the Indian positions are, where the Pakistani positions are. That's the minimum demand from the Indian army. Is that not a fair demand, sir? That let it be ratified like the Indus
I don't know. Hang on. I don't know how the negotiations are going. I don't know what's going to emerge from them. What I do know is that India and Pakistan were close to signing an agreement that sealed a deal twice in 1987 and 1993, and in 2006 again they came on the verge of it, and then it was sabotaged, I'm afraid, by the Indian army, which spoke out of turn. General J.J. Singh was then the army chief. He had a bunch of journalists flown up to Siachen and told them, we're not going to do it. Now this
no, Mr. Bidwai, when you say that the Indian army sabotaged, no, 1 second, sir. When you say the Indian army sabotaged, you will not be going. Sir, just hear me out, sir. You will not be going to the icy peaks of Siachen to get it back. It is General Malik and the current officers who will be required to do that, and if they have concerns on security, those are valid concerns which the political masters need to know, because you and I will not be going back to Siachen to win it back,
when the Prime Minister of the country says that Siachen should be turned into a peace park, a nature park, when we are about to sign that agreement, when everything is in place, there is a statement by the army, by army officers, which is completely out of turn. It is not for them to decide policy, it is for them to implement it. And I'm afraid that they were in breach of this convention repeatedly.
No, Mr. Bidwai, what did the army say? The army said we are prepared to withdraw, but if the Pakistanis go and recapture Siachen, let it be known and recorded for history that we cannot win it back. The pass would be prohibited. General Bakshi wants to respond to what you are saying. General Bakshi.
No, I am saying that they put conditions which is not for them, it is not for them to decide on those conditions. It is for the political leadership, and the political leadership thought it wise to do so.
It is incumbent upon the armed forces to render correct professional advice. That is all that we are doing.
Internally to the government.
Always.
Internally
we have always obeyed orders. But it is our responsibility and our duty
to the media
to give the correct advice. And I am speaking now in the capacity of a retired Indian citizen who has got his, who's got his right to say his piece. There is freedom of speech here. I am no longer in the army.
General Malik.
I don't know why Mr. Bidwai is getting involved in the civil-military relations in this country. In any case, as a journalist,
because
you wouldn't
know.
This
is an important issue.
I said you wouldn't know what was the methodology being asked by the Prime Minister or by the Chief. So to start off like this, that the Prime Minister wanted it and the Army Chief did not want it, it is your perception. You are not right at all.
It is not my perception.
Because this is the kind of
record.
look. We know it. We know those who have
participated. About to be
participated.
signed when it was vetoed.
Look, you are neither the Prime Minister nor on the chief.
Absolutely.
I am one of the chiefs who discussed all these matters. You are neither the Prime Minister who knows his position, nor so. I think you are speaking out of turn.